their man.
Someone abducted a little girl last month and then dropped her off near the West Virginia border. The victim described the kidnapper's car as a teal-colored Geo Metro. That description has police stopping many motorists, some more than once. Now they have a plan to eliminate all that. TJ Winnick spent this day in Somerset County to explain the sticker plan. TJ, what's it all about?
Well, Mike, some Geo Metro owners are pretty upset, saying they are sick and tired of constantly being pulled over. Well, now state police say they have a plan that will take care of that problem, and nobody is happier to hear that than the owners of that popular little car.
I know they're checking my license plate, checking to make sure I'm not this guy they're looking for.
John Petruska's 1992 Geo Metro is 5-speed and teal in color. And because of his car, the Fayette County man has been followed, interviewed, and scrutinized by the state police and FBI.
Yeah, it is an inconvenience. I've got a schedule to keep and everything, but you got to do what you got to do.
But now drivers of the Geo Metro, the same car driven by the wanted abductor of a Somerset County girl, won't have to be bothered anymore. This weekend, police will hand out these decals to Geo owners whose car has already been checked out.
We don't want to inconvenience the public any more than need be in this investigation, and this was becoming a problem we have learned through people notifying us, and hopefully this will alleviate that problem. Just some steps we have to go through.
State and federal authorities are clearly hoping this car description will provide a trail straight to the abductor himself. Police even ran 4,000 serial numbers recently at the local Chevy dealership.
It's going to be pretty difficult to spot one teal Metro out of all the Metros that are out there that are teal two-door.
Just a popular car?
Just a popular car.
Petruska, who even slightly resembles the composite sketch of the suspect, will get his sticker Saturday, so police will be able to spend their time chasing after the real thing.
They're looking at 1,900 cars now, so that's a lot of cars to look at, and if it makes it easier on them, and definitely would make it easier on me, I'm for it.
The stickers will be handed out this Saturday and Sunday from noon to 6 p.m., both at the Somerset State Police Barracks and at the Richland Township Police Department. That's in Cambria County. Live in Greensburg, TJ Winnick, Channel 4 Action News.
All right, TJ, thank you. Now, if you have any questions about the sticker program or any information for state police, you're asked to call the number on your screen, 1-888-727-6542. Again, that's 1-888-727-6542.
Well, you might say better late than never. It was back to school today for 2,000 Wilkinsburg students. Students and teachers haven't been in class since September 7th when teachers began their walkout. Ted Coppy is standing by live in Wilkinsburg. Ted, are the kids happy to be back?
Well, I'll tell you what, Michelle, a student just walked by and told me that school was fun today. This is, in fact, the first day of school here at Wilkinsburg. And although this building sat empty for several weeks, the high school football team here has already played 6 of its 8 scheduled games. Well, this afternoon after school, we talked to some of the students as they came out of class just a few hours ago, and for the most part, there seems to be a sense of relief.
A lot of people are glad to be back. And no one's upset about the vacation that we're missing because we had a long enough vacation as it is. We're ready to stay.
I think it's unfair for them not to, they didn't get a raise and they still had to come back. Perhaps the teachers that I would stay on strike. That's just my opinion.
Overall, I'm happy just to get back in school and start learning again.
The students want to be back in school. Teachers are professionals, and they basically want to do a fine job, and they have responded well. They've responded to the students well, so there's been no tension within the building at all.
This morning, our Bob Mayo talked to some of the kids about the first-day jitters and this late start.
For Wilkinsburg parents, this cool mid-October walk with the kids may lose some of its charm, given it's the latest start for school Pennsylvania law allows.
How do you feel about the situation? She's getting such a late start?
Well, you can't blame the teachers, okay? No one want to work without a contract. Would you want to work without a contract for 6 years?
Students arriving at Wilkinsburg High School also sounded impatient.
How do you feel about having been out all this time and to be coming back now under these circumstances?
I think that the strike was a waste of time. I think that the teachers should have got the money that they deserved. I lost a lot of good teachers that I enjoy having.
The long contract dispute has seen teachers come and go, but those heading back today are anxious to work.
Well, let's get down to business right away. We have a lot of time to make up for.
The welcome back will be brief, but the lineup of work will be long, especially for the kids who won't be able to graduate until July.
But looking at getting at such a late start, what's this going to mean for you as a senior?
Hard, back up on SATs, harder looking for college. We graduate late now. Prom, everything moved back.
So for these kids, it's going to be a compressed schedule. They may well hope for a mild winter, because any days missed because of snow could mean they'll attend schools on Saturdays or on holidays. to make sure they fit in that 180 days by June 30th. In Wilkinsburg High School, Bob Mayo, Channel 4 Action News.
So as you heard, a sense of urgency still here at Wilkinsburg High School and throughout the school district. Meantime, negotiations continue between the two sides. Reporting live in Wilkinsburg, Ted Coffey, Channel 4 Action News.
Thank you, Ted. And again, we will let you know if there are any late developments in the teacher negotiations. A pretty scary moment on the roadways this morning as a school bus collided with a car. This accident happened just after 8 this morning when either the bus or the car ran a red light at the corner of Forward and Tilbury and Squirrel Hill. A couple of elementary school kids were on the bus but were not seriously injured in the crash. The driver of the car does have some minor injuries.
Tonight, the cleanup is underway in Beaver County after powerful storms ripped through there last night, leaving hundreds of homeowners without their power. This is just some of the damage from Ambridge, where high winds ripped off part of a roof right off a factory. The brunt of the storm hit Aliquippa's Plan 6 and Plan 11 neighborhoods. The high winds toppled this garage, sending debris right into the streets. Here along Milton Street, trees fell on homes and cars as well. And just listen to 8-year-old Katie. She and her mom were caught in their car right in the middle of the storm.
And there was a tree blocking one exit, a tree blocking the other exit, and a tree blocking this road. And we had to park our car. I almost got electrocuted by a wire going up and down the trees.
Wow, that was really the big concern here. Lots of down power lines. We're back on by 3 this afternoon. Clearing away all those trees will take some time, however. The storm that hit Pittsburgh overnight cut through Ohio first. Home after home was hit here in Circleville. Powerful winds ripped down trees and power lines. Winds so strong they sent a 65,000-pound semi sailing 30 feet across a parking lot. Witnesses report hearing the familiar sound of a train engine like a tornado, but so far that has not been confirmed.
The end of the grand jury investigation into the JonBenet Ramsey murder leaves a lot of unanswered questions. Tonight, Colorado's governor
judgment on whether we mean that.
Dr. Cyril Wecht has written a book on the JonBenet Ramsey murder, and he joins us now live. You're saying that money made all the difference in this case.
Well, there's no question. From the very beginning, the family was treated quite differently than you or I, let alone a family of a minority group would have been treated. The parents were not interrogated. The detectives, the police, were clearly overwhelmed by the affluence, the power, the position, the prestige of the Ramsey family. Subsequently, within less than 48 hours, they put into place a legal team that consists of some of the top lawyers in Colorado. And the chief lawyer, Hal Haddon, is a longtime personal friend and political pal of former Governor Roy Romer. So, you know, the money, I would say that the family probably has spent in excess of $2 million for legal fees, and probably more. Money did make a difference. I'm not saying in some surreptitious or illegal fashion that anybody was paid off. I'm saying money made the difference in terms of how the case was handled.
And we should remind people that you were paid by different media outlets to take a look at the autopsy reports, and you feel that the father is to blame for all of this.
I wasn't paid by different media. I've never been paid by any media in this case.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought the Globe paid you a fee. Oh, okay. You did this on your own then.
They offered, and no money was ever accepted.
All right. Well, I'm glad you straightened that out. Yes. But regardless, I wanted people to know that you did look at the autopsy reports, and that's why you're familiar with this. And you feel that John Ramsey is the guilty party.
Yes, and Patsy, of course, quickly joined in. Now, I can't rule her out as the possible perpetrator, but because of the one who did this. This was not a premeditated, deliberate murder. This is what makes it difficult for people to understand this case. This was a perverse sex game that went awry. The rope around the neck led to a reflex, which resulted in the heart coming to a standstill, and that's when the blow to the head was inflicted. The girl was already dead or dying in order to simulate a brutal attack from the outside. But the medical evidence in the autopsy protocol clearly indicates what the sequence of these traumatic injuries was.
All right. Well, thank you, Dr. Cyril Wecht, for joining us. A jury said a man should die for raping and murdering his wife. Wayne Mitchell is convicted of killing his wife, Robin Little. The deputy district attorney says the relationship crumbled when Mitchell beat, choked, and raped his wife. Little went to the police about that incident. 9 days later, he killed her. Judge David Sircone will formally impose the sentence for Mitchell on December 1st. Local domestic violence victims will soon have the comfort and convenience of a cell phone. Bell Atlantic Mobile today donated 200 wireless phones to shelters that serve victims of violence. The phones are pre-programmed to dial 911 with a push of one button.
These phones will provide a little extra peace of mind when the women are away from the safety of their temporary housing.
She has breast cancer. The temperatures today are 69 degrees below zero, making it just too risky to try a rescue right now. Crews will wait again until tomorrow. Well, how is our weather shaping up for tonight?
Hopefully better than last night. It was a mess out there. Steven's in for Joe. How does it look?
Looks very nice, Michelle. It will be much colder, though. You've probably noticed that today, along with some winds up. The sunshine did return, and all told, we ended up with a pretty good fall day. Take you back in time, though. We just saw some pictures coming out of the Beaver County area. Rain totals from last night's storms coming in through the midnight hour. 3/100ths of an inch in Washington Park, up to nearly 3/4 of an inch in Northgate. So I hope you did get some of the much-needed rainfall. Unfortunately, with the line as it whipped through the area about 7 o'clock last night, widespread damage. In fact, 16, 17 counties there reporting damage, and some counties reporting county-wide damage. Mercer, Lawrence, Venango, and in particular in Beaver County. Spoke with the folks from the National Weather Service this afternoon. Confirmed straight-line wind damage there, so estimated winds of 50 to 60 miles per hour. Big story today has been the cooler temperatures. In fact, at the hour, we are seeing readings are in the 50s for the most part around the area. 53 at Pittsburgh International, and we're headed down to a clear night, which sets the stage for a big bottoming out of the at 30, so we're knocking on that. We'll see you, Mike and Shell, in just a few minutes with a complete forecast. We have a new hurricane, by the way. Irene is spinning down in the Gulf.
Oh boy. Thanks, Stephen. Some say the plan will destroy history.
That's right. Coming up a bit later, the latest on the 5th and Forbes redevelopment. And another debate is brewing ahead, the arts dispute. One woman's fight to display her work.
Here's our action cam view of the West End Bridge. We are
too much in hidden fees? Well, a new survey out says the answer is without question, yes. I'm Consumer Watch reporter Wendy Bell. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Stick around.
From today's Florida grapefruit comes the sweet new taste of pure, heart-healthy Florida grapefruit juice. Naturally fat-free, cholesterol-free, and heart-healthy. Including Florida grapefruit juice as part of a balanced diet may help reduce the risk of heart disease. Enjoy the sweet new taste of Florida grapefruit juice every day. Drink it for your heart.
Flavor-Rite frozen Florida grapefruit juice, just 99 cents this week at all Shop and Save markets.
A bus driver stopped short of dying in an earthquake, and it's broadcast everywhere. On the 10-year anniversary, he's back on the bridge. Boom!
And when he came down...
Watch the next Inside Edition.
Tonight at 7 on WTAE TV.
A Paul McCartney world exclusive. A Paul McCartney world exclusive. We're the first to show you intimate home movies of Paul and Linda. Then, he's the primetime TV star who has a shocking adult film past on ET.
Tonight at 7:30 on WTAE TV.
Stress can leave skin dry, dull, fatigued. Lancome introduces Hydrozen, skin de-stressing moisturizer. Breakthrough Acticon technology creates an advanced moisturizer that helps reverse the signs of stress, restore skin's softness, and renew its youthful look. New Hydrozen, stress relief for your skin, from Lancome Paris. Experience Hydrozen and choose your free gift with any 1950 Lancome purchase, now at Kaufmann's.
There was once a county commissioner who was out of town so often he missed over 800 votes, including votes on job training, health care. He even missed voting on the county budget. And while this commissioner was missing work, his county was losing jobs. During his term, they lost over 45,000 jobs, and taxes went up 50%. Not surprisingly, he wasn't reelected. Who was this commissioner that missed over 800 votes? Cyril Wecht.
WTAE invites you to get tickets for only $10 to opening night, October 27th at 7:30. Ringling Brothers and Barnum & Bailey plays Pittsburgh Civic Arena, October 27th through 31st.
It's coming. The dawn of a new era, a new millennium. It's Toyota 2000, and the new Toyotas are here. And with only 2,000 due at signing, you can lease year 2000 Toyotas for 36 months, including Echo. It's all new at just $159 a month with room for 5, 4-speaker sound and more. Or lease Celica for $259 a month, well-equipped. Celica's reborn with new power and revolutionary styling. Experience Toyota 2000 at your Toyota dealer today.
Channel 4 Action News at 5 is everywhere. Live with Michelle Wright, Scott Baker, Consumer Watch with Wendy Bell, Chief Meteorologist Joe Bernardo, and Meteorologist Stephen Crawford. Right now, Action News at 5 continues.
Scott has the night off. Pennsylvania senators are divided on how best to change the campaign finance system.
U.S. Senator Arlen Specter is one of only 8 of the 54 Senate Republicans who said he would support the bill the Senate was supposed to consider today. It would outlaw soft money or unlimited donations that corporations, labor unions, and some individuals give to political parties. Well, she says it is art, but Upper St. Clair Township says it could be a threat to public safety, and their dispute continued today inside a federal courtroom. Nancy Bellamy created this 4-by-8-foot painting in her front yard. The township asked her to take it down, and then Bellamy sued, claiming the township was violating her right to free speech. The township now claims the sign could pose a danger for drivers, and today it asked a federal judge to throw the case out.
It's kind of curious that it's not a public safety problem if you have a political message on there, and it's not enough of a public safety problem that you might allow it up there for 1 week. You know, all of that seems to really undercut this argument.
Federal Judge Robert Sindrich did not rule on the request to have Bellamy's suit thrown out. For the time being, the sign will remain in her yard.
Some area children are going to get more than just candy when they go trick-or-treating. They're going to get a message. A Washington woman is printing hundreds of spiritual phrases and sticking them on her Halloween candy. Joyce Ellis says it's a good chance to reach out to the children who come through the neighborhood.
Before they tear into this candy, it's a subliminal message. They cannot help but see God loves you. And they need to hear that. It has to take one person to make a difference. And whether anybody else in the community participates in this idea, it doesn't matter. I know that the 300 kids coming to my neighborhood are going to get a message.
Ellis is going before the Washington City Council Monday to promote her spiritual stickers across the area. The Hotel Hershey is planning to open a new $7 million spa about a year from now. The 17,000 square foot spa is being created by a team of architects and designers who have developed some of the finest spas in the country. The Hotel Hershey was built by Hershey chocolate magnate Milton Hershey as a way to keep his workers busy during the Great Depression. Hundreds of students petitioned a school.
Coming up, we're going to tell you what they're fighting for. Also, take a look at this. A geyser floods out apartments.
Take a good look at Dodge Durango. You'll find it has the most available towing of any vehicle in its class. The most cargo room of any vehicle in its class. And it's the only one in its class that offers 8 passenger seating. So while Durango is out doing everything, it's also outdoing everything. Dodge Durango. Different.
A tremendous outpouring of support. Be handling the phone bank. Pittsburghers helping people when they need it most. I'm meteorologist Stephen Cropper. Thanks to you and your donations, Action News and the Salvation Army raised more than $50,000 to give North Carolina flood victims the clothes, the cleaning supplies, and the help they need.
Yes, it is.
Thank you, Pittsburgh, from the Salvation Army and Action News. Action News truly is everywhere.
Just take a handful of crisp 20s, crumple, and stuff into the bird.
Some grocery stores want you to put hundreds of dollars into a free turkey.
Really cram it in there.
But Foodland has a better way to save. Double coupons up to 99 cents. A 99-cent coupon is worth $1.98. A 75-cent coupon, $1.50, and so on. Don't settle for paltry savings.
And repeat.
Save more at Foodland.
It was an era unto itself, a dynasty not seen before or since in Pittsburgh. Now available exclusively, a rare digitally remastered film series produced by George Romero that takes you into the hearts and minds of the Steel City's legendary football heroes. Harris, Blyer, Bradshaw and the famed steel curtain. Recapture the immaculate reception. See and hear Terry Bradshaw as he evolves from cocky rookie to champion quarterback.
My ego isn't that big, I don't think. At least I hope it isn't.
Follow the road from tragedy to triumph. The Blair comeback.
Rock, and all of a sudden I felt a thud in my leg.
Go behind the steel curtain, featuring personal interviews never seen before.
I love the hits, you know. We overpower people.
Bring home the decade of champions. Order now and relive the glory.
In tonight's Consumer Watch, a recall affecting Halloween candles. Universal Candle is recalling about 21,000 tea light candles. They can burn with a high flame, posing a fire and burn hazard. Bath & Body Works sold the light throughout September for about $1. The recalled candle has an orange pumpkin face with yellow eyes, nose, and mouth, and a green stem. You can return the candles for a full refund and a $10 gift certificate, or call 800-395-1001